Understanding why you want the things that you want could actually help you get them and get them faster. So if you've ever felt like you were destined for more, you're in the right place. It's time to break out of the box you've been placed in. The world is waiting for your light. The only reason why you want anything that you want, any goal that you have, any dream, any vision, any desire that you're working towards, the only reason why you want that thing is because you think that you're going to feel better than you do right now when you have that thing. When you achieve that thing, when you experience that experience, you think that in that moment you will feel better than in the moments that you're experiencing now. And this is actually really interesting because I was listening to an interview yesterday with Dan Millman. He wrote the book, The Way of the Peaceful Warrior. And Dan was a gymnast, and he was like a competitive gymnast. And he was working with this guru, this enlightened individual that he called Socrates. That was the nickname that he called him. And anyway, him and Socrates were at one of his performances. He was either performing or he was practicing. I don't know. But anyway, he was doing his routine. He was doing his gymnast routine. And it was like this crazy, quadruple flip thing, whatever, really difficult to land. And he landed the dismount. And he was really, really happy. So he landed the dismount, and it was like this incredible moment, right? And then he was so excited that he ripped off his shirt and he threw it in his gym bag. And then they started walking out of the gym. And then as they're walking out, Socrates says, that last move that you made was pretty sloppy. And Dan was like, what are you talking about, sloppy? I landed it perfectly. And he said, no, I'm not talking about the dismount. I'm talking about the way that you threw your shirt into your gym bag. And Dan was like, what do you mean? And he said, because see, that's the problem. The problem is that you think that the moment that you landed the dismount is more important than the moment that you ripped off your shirt. And what you need to understand is that all moments are equal. There are no better moments, greater or worse or mundane or exciting. All moments have the same value. All moments are equal. And it really put that into perspective for me, because I'm thinking like, that's what it comes down to. Like, we're all going towards this goal, this end point that we think that once we get there, we're going to arrive, and it's going to be this special thing, and it's going to be this euphoric thing, and it's going to just change everything for us, and it's going to make us feel that we're accomplished and that we're worthy, and that we can now breathe and relax and enjoy our life because we've accomplished the thing that we want to accomplish. When in reality, every moment is exactly the same, has exactly the same amount of worthiness as the current moment right now. The moment that you're just like chopping onions for dinner is just as valuable as the moment where you're receiving an award, or the moment where you're saying I do in your marriage vows or something like that. And I think that if we actually think about this more often and put more emphasis into enjoying those regular moments that seem meaningless, that I think that we would have a more meaningful life, because our life is made up of a million tiny insignificant moments. And those like great moments where you're achieving or accepting an award or achieving a goal, those moments only happen like every once in a while, maybe just a handful of them in your lifetime. But those everyday, seemingly insignificant moments are by the thousands, by the millions, every single day. Those are the things that make up your whole life.